Welcome to the Business of Being a Postgrad, where we share real stories, experiences, and insights from postgraduate students here at Durham University Business School. Each episode explores the highs, the challenges, and everything in between. Our conversations are split into three sections: life, learning, and lessons. So, whether you're considering postgraduate study, already on your journey, or simply curious about the people shaping the future of business, this podcast is your inside look. Hi, I'm John. In this episode of The Business of Being a Postgrad, I'm joined by MSc Marketing student Pooh from Thailand. We explore what it's like navigating life in the UK, adapting to different teaching styles, and how his professional experience has supported him so far on the programme. Pooh also shares his unique experience at Hatfield College and how he's making the most of studying marketing in an international environment. Let's kick things off with life, your journey, your experiences, and what made Durham feel like the right place for you. Hi Pooh, thank you for joining us today on the Business of Being a Postgrad. Can you just start by telling our listeners a little bit about yourself and your background?
Yeah, so sure. My actual full name, it's a Thai name. So my name is Teerawit Hoonphadungrat, and my nickname is Pooh. I was born in Thailand, and I live in Bangkok. During in my Thailand, I studied undergrads at Thammasat University in the Faculty of Journalism and Mass Communication in international programs. And I also had like a 2 years of work experience in fast moving consumer goods industry. I work as a marketing executive and also a sales trainee in the global FMCG company in Thailand. Yep.
So what appealed to you about studying at Durham University Business School for a master's?
So first, my background, I kind of want to change my background because since I have a communications background, I want to shift it towards more of the business industry. So I choose I choose England in particularly because I like football and also I kind of like in the European side of the heritage and also the history. So I choose England, and it's also 1 year of master program. And why Durham University? First is the college system, because it's only they only have Oxford or Cambridge, and also Durham. It's only the three college in the UK that consists of this college system, and it's more like a Harry Potter style, those housings.
Yes. It's would you mind letting the audience know which college you're a member of?
I'm a member of Hatfield College, and it's quite interesting because I have never been anything like this in Thailand and never experienced this kind of stuff before. It's more like a very culture that I pretty interested in. And also I'm kind of interested because the ranking of the university too. Yep.
So how was that transition from Thailand, from Bangkok, quite a big city, lots available. How was that change for you?
So at first it's kind of a little bit shocking but I already know that Durham is a pretty small city, but in reality it's smaller than I thought. Because you travel for a day in the Durham and it's already done. You cover every part of the city, but I kind of get used to it pretty quickly because I really like the peaceful environmental city. That's why I also choose Durham and not the big city like London, because I felt it's slower the pace, and also I kind of live the moment. That's why it's not really a hard stuff for transition periods.
Had you visited the UK before you came?
No, this is my first time.
What was your what's the first impression of the UK, if you remember?
So I landed in UK at Manchester.
Yeah.
And so first impression is it's like what I saw in the YouTube or the podcast on everything that I saw, especially the rain, the weather. And so it really fits my expectation that I felt that it's okay, match my expectation. Yep.
And on that, what aspects of UK culture or the student life, maybe your college experience, have you found surprisingly different from Thailand and your undergraduate experience?
So the first one will be the Hatfield College formal dinner. or in general of the formal dinner, where you need to wear like a really proper suit and a tie and also a gown.
Did you bring a suit with you?
Yeah, I brought a suit. I bought two of them. and then when you go and eat the dinner, you have like some tradition. Like each college has their own tradition. So like Hatfield, you enter, you have this spoon banging on the table for like a pretty long period, and also like have a food serving in like 3 main course, like appetizers and main course, and also the desserts, which I pretty like it. It's very interesting. And then after the dinner, you have this tradition bar cross when you go to like other college, like Castle or St. Chad's, and go to have some drinks and chat with other college and other people from other college too.
So would you say you found a sense of belonging here at Durham?
Yep. I really found a sense of belonging because, it's a small city and you kind of familiar with every people that you've been to. And like when you walk into the business school, suppose you saw a familiar face. And also there's a huge group of Thai people living here. And
the
also,
Thai society,
yeah, the
right?
Thai society.
Yeah.
And also like some of the Chinese and Asian too. And my background, I can speak a little bit of Chinese.
Okay.
So I can like get involved in many different groups. So it's pretty comfy for me. And also I think like it's very warming.
Next, we're diving into learning, the classes, experience, and the skills that have really shaped your program so far. How would you describe the teaching style at Durham Business School?
So first, it's completely different from Thailand because, in Thailand, it was like going into the lecture and listen to teacher or the professor talking about the lecture, and there's a very less interaction between the professor and the students. Like in Thai, we just go in there just to be there, and like it's almost theory based where you only need to like memorize and go into the test, and it's not really applicable enough in the real world. But in the UK, especially in Durham Business School, there's a lot of interaction between professor and the students, where professor constantly asks questions towards the students. And also the most important that I really like about the program here is they have a bunch of case study for us to have some critical thinking and analysis skills to see whether this is the real case. Suppose like they brought up the P&G case or like a Heinz ketchup case for us to solve or think about it. So I think it's more enjoyable and more appealing towards students to have like interaction between each other. Yep.
And what modules have you been enjoying so far, or are you excited about in the next term?
So for the current module, I really enjoy the marketing strategy because as I mentioned, they have picked the real world case study, and I feel like the marketing strategy can be applicable in the real world industry. Like you need to have like a brand strategy, marketing tactic, and the analysis, which is very important in like today's world. And for the next semester course, I'm really excited because it's an elective course where we get to choose our own. And I chose like retail marketing and a digital marketing and also like a global sports. So maybe I'm kind of interested in retails and a global sport management. Yep.
And you have some experience working with some kind of brands back home from Bangkok, right?
Yep.
How has your kind of experience working in Thailand influenced your like understanding of multicultural marketing and consumer behavior?
So it really helped me a lot because, I have a communication background. Cause it's kind of similar to marketing, but it's not overall like similar to marketing in general. But while I'm working, like I know what a real corporate think like and how the structure and how they work. And also like I get involved like in a big project like a marketing strategy or launching a marketing campaign. And also I have managed also some like key account management with some retails back in Thailand. So I really get the sense of when like suppose the brand's gonna launch some products into a market and how they're going to communicate with the consumers. And this really shaped me and really helped me to like understand quickly about the lesson here in Durham Business School in marketing too. Like it really helped me adapt and be like not kind of ahead, but like kind of get the sense that what this course is going to be about. Yep.
And one of the electives there you mentioned was sports marketing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And you mentioned before you're quite interested in football.
Yeah.
just curious, do you play any sports? Are you involved in any activities here?
Oh, so first I was involved in like a badminton team for Hatfield Postgrad, but I haven't been there lately because the summer team is coming up. But I've been constantly going to play football with a Thai society friends, and also like some other Asian society come and meet up together. Yep. So basically football in general.
Well, it sounds like you'll enjoy that module.
Yep.
So throughout the last few months, in kind of the first term, have you kind of engaged with any guest lectures or industry speakers? Have you attended any networking events?
So I have been to like one networking event. So like it's sales director from P&G, Procter and Gamble, came and like give a knowledge and also like a seminar about the current world and how P&G adapt towards like the digital age, and also like how they solve like their retail's problem. So that's a very interesting. I get to know many of the students and also like a person from P&G, which are very good connection. And also I have been through a lot of guest speakers. Like there's a guest speaker who worked in like an aerial industry, like an Airbus on airplane.
Okay.
And also there's some guest lecture from like a fashion industry where all of this are connected and in like a marketing terms, and it also kind of get me a sense of different industry, how they work together, but in the end it's still like a marketing course. Yep.
So how has the postgraduate environment challenged or changed maybe the way you think and learn?
So I think not that much changed me because it's kind of similar to undergrads in Thailand, but the one thing that really changed is like when you live abroad, you need to do everything and rely on yourself independently.
Yeah.
And also you need to like arrange your like schedule because it's not like Thailand where they oftenly check attendance. You need to manage your own time to go, balance your life in the study and also like the activity, like extracurricular activity too. So I think like a management and your time management. Yep.
So on that, what kind of resources have you kind of utilized, student support or the career services to kind of help you balance those?
So I have used the career support because, one of my aims is like, if I have a chance, I want to kind of work abroad, especially in like the UK. So I've been constantly go to them and ask for their advice about the resume and how to prepare the interview in order to go towards the job industry in the UK. And also I have been to like business career fair in Durham too.
Okay, well, great to hear you're making the most of what's available to you. That leads us into lessons where we talk about the key takeaways and advice for future postgrads. So what's one thing you've learned about yourself so far during your time at Durham?
Not really much because it's not really, like I've mentioned before, it's not really like a huge change, like transitioning from Thailand to like the UK. But I think it's going to be like more of like exposing towards a different culture, especially like I've never been to the UK and this is like my first time. So it's more like an exposing towards a different culture, and especially like Durham have a diverse races that come to study here. So I think it's appealing towards other culture.
And yeah, you did just briefly touch on obviously managing your time and kind of those opportunities. But what advice would you maybe give to a Thai student who was considering studying in the UK?
So like in the UK general, right?
In the UK in general, like that transition, what life might be like for them if they've not visited the UK before.
So first advice, I would say that I think they need to research towards a module or like a course like very carefully and see whether which course or like a university fits perfectly towards them. And the next one is probably going to be like the lifestyle change, because I have been exposing towards like an international culture since I was a kid. Like I went to an international school in Thai and during my high school, and also like I studied an international program in my undergrads too. So it's not really hard things for me to transition towards an international course. So I would say like the transition about the internationally exposing towards a diverse culture. And the last one, I'm probably going to mention about the weather because, it's completely opposite weather from Thailand, and transitioning to the UK. In Thailand is super hot and you have your air condition or fans in your room, but here in UK you only have a heater. So probably going to have some advice like the weather. You need to bring a lot of coating and like also to keep yourself warm during the winter, especially. Yep.
Yeah. So what's been a challenge so far? Could it be, on a module that's been difficult, or anything that you kind of overcame so far? I know we're only in the kind of finishing up the first term, but anything you can reflect on?
Probably going to be like, a summative final where you need to write an 2,500 words for each module, and it's not like you just go in and write anything that you want. It's more like, because it's like a academic paper where you need to have like a proper reading or proper research from some sources or a book that's available for you, and you need to do these citation like in Harvard reference style. So it's kind of challenging for people who have never done it, and also it's kind of a little bit complicated because there's a lot of analysis part. So at first it's kind of a little bit bothering me that it's like when I was working or in Thailand, there's actual data that I know how to get it, but this, when you come here in the learning, you have a pretty limited resource like to gather the data in order to support your writing. So I think it's kind of a little bit challenging, but apparently if you get more like involved in it, you kind of get a sense of what you're going to be finding in this data. So I think you will kind of get to it in the final stage. Yep.
And has there been any moments that have maybe shifted your perspective? Could be personally or academically. Maybe you didn't necessarily think about moving in this direction, or has anything changed your plans to go forward?
So probably like I really thought that it's going to be not that challenging in order to find like a jobs in UK, but like my perspective kind of changed. Like it's a very challenging industry, especially in the UK, because you got a bunch of kids graduating together, whether they're undergrads or master, and everybody have like a potential to get into the job industry. So I think I need to like challenge myself more in order to like gain what I wanted, such as working abroad. So I think this is one of the challenge that changes my perspective.
So there are some kind of mindsets that you think you might change to move into your future career?
Yep. Like some, especially like critical thinking and also like data analysis. Yep.
And looking ahead, whilst we're talking about it, how do you hope your master's experience will help you in your future career? If you plan to stay in the UK, or if you move back to Bangkok, or internationally, as you just mentioned?
So first, like living alone abroad is, like I've mentioned, you need to rely on yourself and be independent. So this is going to help me a lot during if I move on towards with my life. And also like all the experience or the lesson that I have learned during my master, I think is going to help me a lot, because it's kind of exposing towards multicultural diversity. So I think this stuff, everything I think during my master, going to help shape me towards moving on to my next step of my career.
And did you know anybody in Durham before you applied, or did you know anybody that had studied here previously?
There's some alumni of Thailand alumni that I've met before, and also some one of my friends in undergrads also came to study at Durham, but I can't remember what faculty he's taking. But he also have some advice for me. Like Durham is a pretty good place to live and also a pretty top ranking university. So it's a pretty well known one. So I'm pretty sure that I'm in the right spot too.
Yeah, it sounds like you're equipping yourself with all the skills to move on and move forward with your career.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just going to finish up with our quick fire round.
Sure.
So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions and we're just looking for the first thought that kind of comes to your mind.
Okay.
So we'll jump straight in with your favorite restaurant in Durham.
Probably Sen, a Thai restaurant, because it's the most authentic one I could find here, and it's very local taste. Yep.
Great. Most scenic spot in Durham?
Probably going to be the Cathedral. It's one of the iconic and world heritage, and it's the location that was filmed like a movie too, like Harry Potter,
Avengers,
Endgame.
Yeah. Yes, Endgame.
Definitely.
You might have answered the next one, castle or cathedral?
Oh, this one, I would say a Cathedral.
Favorite college tradition or event you've attended?
Probably going to be formal dinner.
Yeah. And lastly, one word to describe Durham.
Can it be more than one word?
Okay, sure.
So let's say like peaceful, but comfy and warming in the same time.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today. It's been great to hear about your experience.
Yeah, thank you too.
Don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more stories coming your way.